stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. On play action. Love to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Completes it again to Doubs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here we go. 62 black. Ready?
Going back to Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Luke Musgrave from 8 yards out. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Najee Harris, and he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 80 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
They'll run again with Harris.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Harris is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Good. No muss. No muss. Right.
Here's Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To pass, here's Jordan Love, eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Now Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and a yard.
Set, ready. Blaster, stick. Set, go.
Throwing. Love. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him. Reeling it in on the out route. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready, ready. Black swamp. Set.
Again, it's Love. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jacobs going to try the middle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Rolling to his right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son. Go.
One play action. Fields. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Come on, set. Blue check.
Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready?
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Ready. Set, hot.
To the air again, Love. Flush to his right. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open?
Here we go.
And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set. Set.
Love now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now Fields. That went down the field for Freiermuth. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be about set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 90 yards for him on the ground now. Field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Harris running straight ahead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Fight 60. Ready, ready.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Here we go. 1st and goal.
That's another Green Bay Packer.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Down. Hut, hut. Ready.
Here's Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson from 3 yards out. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. So it's now a...
Here we go. Good.
All eyes on Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. picked off by Xavier McKinney. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
2nd down and 6 now.
Here we go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. That he's brought to... So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by McManus is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And one last throw here for Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a